channel Oxford Magic, and it's Jordan here, and this is a bit of a deck tech / gameplay. I am 2 wins off getting out of Constructed Gold 1 and in to what is it, Platinum or Diamond, something like that. Anyway, I am determined. I've yo-yoed up and down, and this deck has actually got me all the way from Gold 4 all the way to Gold 1, and I'm literally just, as I say, a couple of games off winning. So, the deck is, as you can see, Goblins. It's a variation of the brew I have in paper. It's quite good. This one's a bit more spell heavy, so therefore we have things more like Gutter Snipes in there because we have a lot of interaction with our opponent's deck, especially with risk factors as well. But we do have the standardized things, you know, prospectors into instigators. We've got War Chiefs in there. We have Legion War Bosses. Cheating out Legion War Boss on turn 2 is actually very sweet, and a lot of decks do struggle against that. We then also have Cosmotronic Wave. That has won me so many games when I've actually drawn it. It's very useful. Trashmaster is in there for beefing up our guys, as well as Siege Gang Commander. And we have 2 Bane Fires purely just to get the super win if we have to in Kamehameha for the end. There is a sideboard on this deck, which basically brings in more removal, lightning strikes, lava coils, more fight with fires. Repeat the barrage, I just have it in there. If we're going wide, Trumpet Blast always helps as well. We do have Jared Ballard for a spell heavy deck, as well as Lava Axe, Street Riots, Primal Storms, and Escapable Blazes. But yeah, but so far with its best of 1 only, and we never get around to the sideboard. So without further ado, we're going to get into Gold Tier 1 and try and get out of Gold Tier 1. As I said, I know what everyone's going to say, but Jordan, you do realise you can switch decks, you don't have to keep playing the same one. And I'm fully aware of that. But this deck has managed to get me all the way from Gold 4 all the way up to Gold 1. And I kind of feel like I deserve to get out of Gold with this deck. So anyway, without further ado, let's just jump straight in. So basically, ideally, opening hand is 1 and 2 drops with a bit of removal in there, various things like that. But you can play the deck quite swingy. It's very good. Okay, so yeah, we've got 3 lands, not bad. Instigator, we've got War Boss, we've got Risk Factor, and Cosmotronic Wave. This is definitely useful hands. Ideally, a Prospector would have been more useful as a turn 1 play, but you know, hey ho. So, most opponents tend to not know what we're playing most of the time, because obviously red and having tokens and goblins. It's generally when I put down the Prospector they know I'm on the goblin plan. That goes right. I'm going to shock this now and get in for 2. I don't want him surveilling and getting his card draw. I assume he is a discard deck, so ideally I want to try and keep him off disinformation campaign as much as possible. Right, we'll put the War Boss down, and we're going to declare 3. If he wants to trade, feel free. If he does force me to discard, I mean, I do have the risk factor there, but it is tempting to just get rid of the Prospector here. I assume he's going to murder this War Boss. Oh no, he's going to hostage take it. Right, okay, so I need a removal spell to try and get that back. And that is not going to do it. Right. So he's going to be casting that next turn, which is going to be a problem. Ooh, this is going to be risky. Right, I'm going to put the Prospector down, and I'm going to pass the turn. I'm going to leave up Risk Factor. So he's going to play the Legion War Boss logically, because why wouldn't you in this? Why wouldn't you after taking that? And then I'm going to have to deal with. We have to deal with it at some point. Okay, Guild Mage. general rule is you want to deal with the tokens as much as possible. Or I can not block, and I will Cosmocronic Wave, which isn't a bad way of dealing with it. Okay, so we're gonna sack a Goblin. Cosmotronic Wave. And we're then going to pass the turn. This allows us to block. This allows us to do the double block. I mean, a land there would have been useful because it means we could have played the Trash Master, and that would have been probably a lot more useful there. The fact that we've been a bit mana screw so far is not good. Blood Operative. So, enters me exile tag card from a graveyard. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. I've got another one in hand, which is looking kind of useful. I might double block the War Boss if he does swing, and then I've got the possibility of Cosmotronic. I mean, obviously, if he tries and board might me here. Okay. I figured that he was going to try and board wipe, and if he did, then it would. Okay. We'll let the 1/1 through. Because again, we can do the same trick again, and this time we're going to get a Blood Operative out of it, which isn't too bad. Yeah, I'm going to just wave here. And we will declare for 1. I'd rather leave 2 blockers back to kill the War Boss. Because then we've got, if we can keep the Prospector down, we get a land, we've then got Siege Gang, which then allows us to affect the board very well. Yep. I'm going to double declare attacks. Okay. So he didn't attack with that. That's weird. Do we kill the Guild Mage here? I think we do. Yeah, let's kill the Guild Mage here. If he had any decks, obviously. Flying Death Touch Expert. It's fun times. Fun and fair magic. Right. I'm going to get rid of the Legion War Boss because that needs to be dealt with. This allows me to risk factor, so it allows me to chump block and sack for risk factor, which isn't too bad. I assume basically he's going to take 4 damage and then he's down to 8. So he can swing for 6 here. Alright, that's no. Block there, that, and then we have response. Sack the Prospector, this factor. So we're going to take 4. So does he. I assume he's going to take 4, and he's not going to let me draw, because if he lets me draw, it's probably very bad news. Yep. Second main. Search card. Oh, right. So, what does he choose is the question. He's seeing Goblin, and I assume he's going to take risk factors, logically. Banefires. Okay, that's a good one. No, Banefires is a very good one. But now he knows what I've got in hand. So I can put Trash Master down next. Let's just get the instigator down. Just stall off the game a little bit. So I can chump block happily. Get the Trash Master down. Because he could have had a counter there, and it wouldn't really help the board. I would have been taking 6. So it's better that I can get the instigator down. Okay. Okay, block like that. Pick 3. So he counters this. And he gets the counter out of his hand, doesn't it? Yeah. That leaves me Lightning Strike to deal with. Then again, I can't deal with. Okay. So he's got a cast down or a murder, something like that in hand. Maybe even the Vraska's Contempt. Okay. That's gonna be a good game. Yeah, that is a good game. I thought Lightning Strike did 4 damage. Oh man. Oh, what a dick move. I'll just cast that just for funsies. There's all my lands. And yeah, concede there. Oh man. This is not how I want a video to go. We're going to show off at least 3 games. And ideally I want you to obviously be getting the rank, but we'll show a couple more games and see how we go. This is what this deck has been doing. It just yo-yos around tier gold 1. It drives me mad. And I know I can switch out. I know. I don't want to. I like my deck. Ooh, this is tempting. If my opponent is discard, I can discard risk factors. But you know what I'm going to do? It's very risky. I mean, ideally I'd like to draw into a gutter snipe before I start playing anything. And then I can get some sweet, sweet value. He's black. That's it. Okay. If he's discard, we're going to be in for a wild ride, I think. But yeah, the first risk factor never, you know, I don't think I've ever seen anyone let me actually draw off the first risk factor. Okay. Blue black spirits. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Don't know what quite to make of that. Or is he quasi duplicate? He is. He's a quasi duplicate deck, isn't he? That's what he is. That's obviously what he is. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, he must be quasi duplicate. It can only be. That's the only reason I can see. I mean, I haven't seen any spirit decks going around. So, if he is, then let's deal with this now. 1, 2, 3. If he is, yeah. Because poisoners aren't as bad to deal with as lords that are buffing each other. And then we can go Legion War Boss. Oh man, you are joking me. Okay. You know, Lava Coil off the top? That's not a Lava Coil. You go on. Let's just go ham. Yeah, you've got to attack. Okay. So he's gonna play the other lord. Murder. Play the other lord. Then got problems. Okay. Ooh. No attacks. That's the only thing I can think of. Why you running spirit lord, lords. It's just quasi duplicate is the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, because these are vampires, aren't they? Yeah. I always think they're spirits, but they're vampires. Am I dead next time? I am dead next time. Good game. And concede. Fabulous. This is going to be the worst video on the channel for Arena. It's going to be my worst video. Oh. Alright, I'm going to show off one more game. And if I could have a hand that is semi-decent and has removal and creatures, that would be fabulous deck. I'm trying to make it look good for the channel. If we get a land, this is good. If we get a land, oh, I hate using that phrase. If we get a land, oh well, that's. I'll see if he has Curious Obsession. If he does. Ooh, I'll see if I can get to Gutter Snipe before I have to deal with it. You see he's got a Jin. He must have a Tempest Jin. I think this is this mono blue Nassif deck. Yeah, let's deal with that. Spell Pierce. Yep. Fine. You know what? I'd rather him Spell Pierce that than. Yeah, let's get Gutter Snipe down. Get Gutter Snipe down, so then that way my spells become really good. If he plays the Tempest here, I've got Fight with Fire. I've also got Lightning Strike. Yep, Tempest in. If he's got another Spell Pierce, well done, opponents. That's all I'll say. Yeah, he's got another Spell Pierce, hasn't he? He has. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, right. So going to the races. Yeah, we're going to the races. Oh. No, we're not going to the races. Oh! Oh, you sick man. How dare you, sir? Well, I can't block, so I might as well game for 2. I need to find... Oh, I need my other fight with fire. That's the only way I'm going to survive this. There's no only for 7. Okay. So let's see if I can kill it in response. I need to tap out. Tap out beforehand. I'm dead anyway. Yeah, you guys. You opponent. See you with your cheap deck. Oh man. Yeah, good game. Oh well, folks. Looks like I'm going to be stuck at this tape for a little bit longer. Oh well. This has been Jordan here from Oxford Magic. Signing off, saying goodbye, and hopefully won't see any of you around the gold tier 1 level, because I think that's where I'm going to be stuck now for the rest of my days. Fabulous. Anyway, catch you guys later.